Hello and welcome back to Rich's Home Mechanics, and today we're going to be changing some brake shoes on this little 50cc Viva City. Let's get these brake shoes in, shall we? Okay, I've just taken the wheel off there, just pulled it off, and here's the brake shoes, and they were held on by these two little springs, one at the top, one at the bottom. So the brake shoes don't look too bad. But while we're here, we're going to replace them. So let's put them there. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm going to give that a quick blowout with an airline. Here we go. Forget, obviously be careful not to breathe it in. Blow that out. Look at the dust. Make sure you don't breathe it in. I'm going to inspect it. No, there's no ridge in there. Happy with that. Right, what I'm going to do before we put these shoes back on, now these can be a bit temperamental. I'm going to put a little bit of copper grease. If you're not sure what copper grease does, copper grease melts at a very high temperature, hence why you use them on brakes. Right, let's get this new set of shoes in, shall we? Right, these either go in straight away or they're fiddly. So let's have a go. So I think we're going to take them off like so. And I'm going to put them on like that. Now, really, it's easier if you have two people to do this because you need free hands. But we need to get that clip into there, holding them so they don't come off with a pair of these. Let's have a go, shall we? Wow, first time. This is live, so I was either very good or very lucky. Right, that's the bottom spring in. Let's put the top one in. Now, because we've got that spring in there, it's going nowhere, so we can relax now. Let's put that in there. Now, that should pull across. I'm going to hold, because what's going to happen, if I try and pull that spring, these shoes are going to come off. So I need to somehow hold them shoes in. I'm just going to move this mat here, because it's making me slide. I can't afford to slide on the floor, so I'll put it back in a minute. Right, let's put this back in here. So this needs to go in here. Let's go. Like so. I'm happy with that. That's how you put the brake shoes in. Right, what I will do is get a clean rag. Like I say on Rich's Home Mechanics, things are not hard. You know, just take your time. Now, I've obviously put copper grease on these pivots while I've took the opportunity. The brake shoes, I wouldn't say were bad, but while we got the bike off, we might as well change them. They're 10 quid, so it's no brainer. Get rid of them. Now what I'm going to do now, I'm going to make sure the actual brake operates by pulling the lever. This would be the same as if you're pulling the lever on a scooter. Here we go. Brake comes out. That's the leading shoe. There you go. That looks good to me. One thing I always do is I just have a final check and make sure that I'm happy before I put this back. Looks okay. Again. So we've replaced the shoes, we've copper greased the pivots, and the brake is operating. Let's get this back together. Right, well, we know you should check inside here. If you've got a lot of ridge, if you've got a ridge here, you need a new wheel. But this is fine, it's even wear across the board, so I'm happy with that. Let's put this back on. Like that. Let's have a feel. Might need to lay down. There we go. Right, as they're new shoes, we might have to adjust them in. No, we've gone. Right, sometimes, just a word of advice, if you, especially on cars, but on bikes, if this wouldn't go on, you need to, I don't think these have got an adjustment, but on cars you can adjust the shoes so they go in to give you a chance to get the hub on, because what happens, you've got new shoes and they're going to be quite wide, and sometimes you can't get the wheel on, but this hasn't got an adjustment. So anyway, it's gone back on. If not, I would release the lever. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to manually do that. That brake is working. I'm just going to do it by the lever and make sure that is working. Looking good. Right. Oh, I tell you folks, I've been on the go all day today. I've been welding up my van ready for an MOT. It takes a while. I'm not the best of welders. I'm learning still. but it needs to be done. I've got holes in the seals, but anyway, let's crack on with this. Let's get this back on the road. That is only my second cup of coffee today. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to nip this up. As I've said in my previous videos, priority is to make sure this rear wheel is tight. What I will do, I have got an assistant who is holding the brake now, thank you, and I'm going to nip this up. Ready? And then push it down, and when you push down, I always push down on the final brake because it saves you. If you slip, you're not going to hit your knuckles. Here we go. Right, thank you. Right, that is now done up. Brake is working. We need to get this exhaust back on. This is the tricky bit, or can be. Getting on your back again, I need to go underneath and have a look. In fact, let me get a light. My faithful old light. Let's have a look. Now, if this is going to be a bit fiddly, I might stop the video while I just set it up, because this could take a few minutes to get this set up, to get it on the head. Let's have a look. Right, let's make sure. We've got a gasket there. The gasket is stayed on. And what we've got here is two little studs. Happy days. Absolutely happy days. That's gone straight on. Now, what we need to do now is we need to get... Oops, that's come out. I might have to get a couple of nuts on them. What I'm going to do... Where's the nut? I'm going to try and get a nut on it. If I can find the socket. Here we go. Hold it with my knee. I'm going to get one nut on, so at least it's been held up. Hopefully. Here we go. Right, let's hold it up there. That nut should find its way. Yep, that nut is on. I'm not going to take it right up because we need slack. But again, as you can see, my videos are live. I don't edit them. So if I come up against a problem, you're going to see the same problem that I've got to deal with. That's up. What I will do is go and put the nut the other side while I've got the chance. Now you want to, when you assemble all this, you want to keep it loose. You really do want to keep it loose. Don't nip this up on the head because you've got a chance of cracking the head, or you could snap one of the studs. Now this is quite a tricky one, this one. I don't think it's going to be as easy to get up as what the other one was, because I am, here we go, we are in quite a tight area, but hey ho, let's do it. Luckily I've got one of them sockets which are flexi, or flexi extension bar. There we go. Right, hand tightening it up. Nearly there. I can't quite see. Let's have a look. Right. Right, that's got it. Right, let's just nip that a little bit tighter. But again, as you say, I'm going to keep them slack. Oh, right, here we go. Let's get back up there. Really, really quite a tight area to get into. I'm going to nip them up hand tight because I want the exhaust to be in roughly the position. That's that. Underneath again. Let's have a look. Yeah, what I do find very handy is flexible, they call wobble bars or woggle bars, and what that does, when it's in a tight area, that's called a woggle bar. Instead of having a fixed one like this, like that, so when you put that in there, there's no woggle, that's solid. If you just need a little bit of give, you have a woggle bar. That makes a big difference. And all we've got to do now, folks, is that goes up there. That goes like that. Now, I'm going to put the bolt through, and that's like that. And that's it. That's brake shoes changed on this Viva City Moped. I won't bore you with doing the nuts up, all I've got to nip it up. Overall, maybe 20 minutes. Thank you for watching my video, and there's plenty more to come. See you soon on Richard's Home Mechanics. And thank you very much to all the new subscribers. It is greatly appreciated. Take care.